You know, I'm still a little bit worried about you. Are you sure this party isn't going to be too much for you?
I am positive. I'm going to be fine. It's good for me to see my friends and get back into things.
Yeah, I know. And everybody wants to see you. So I'll tell you what. You sit right here, and we are going to begin the reign of Monica the First.
Oh, really?
Yes, we are. This is going to be your throne, and everybody's going to come here, and they're going to pay homage to you. The only thing that's wrong is that the crown prince is in an incubator instead of being here.
He is not a prince. He's a little baby, and you've already bought enough toys to spoil him for years. So you stop that, okay?
Okay, I'll tell you what, then. I'm going to spoil you. I'm going to pamper you, and I'm going to take very, very good care of you. And right now, I want to tell you what your New Year's present is.
Well, you're setting a new tradition.
I just want to promise you that all our troubles are over insofar as Tracy is concerned.
What does that mean?
I can't tell you right now, but I hope to one day very soon if everything turns out as I believe and I trust that it will. Okay.
Okay.
So you just have a super time tonight at the party and concentrate on the happiness that we share and look forward to the day when Alan Jr. is going to come home, right?
Right.
I love you. All right? Hello, everybody. A nice... Wait. 1 second here. Are we not one member short?
Oh, Alan, I'm terribly sorry, but Lee has an awful case of the flu.
Well, that's awful.
Oh, I know. He said to send his love to everyone and to demand that the party be done without him.
Oh, so it shall. We'll miss him terribly.
Oh, thank you.
Listen, I know that you all want to talk to Monica, but I'd like to propose a toast first to the passing of 1 year and the arrival of a new one. I'm so pleased that the 5 of you could all be here just for one private moment for us to share before everybody else comes. Stella, please, if you would. I want to propose a toast to my very dear friends, to Gail and Lee. I'm sorry that he's not here. To Rick and Lesley, to Dan and Jesse. 1979's been a wonderful year for us. Dan got promoted to be hospital administrator. Gail and Lee got married. Rick and Lesley renewed their marriage, as did Monica and I. And then your daughter married their son, so your families are now closer together, and our son was born. So let's drink to 1979. It was a wonderful year. And I just hope and pray that 1980 will be as generous to all of us. Cheers.
Cheers. There you
Something is going on.
That lady doesn't hear.
That was some toast. How are things going for you? It's New Year's Eve, dear.
No sad songs.
All right. No sad songs.
I think so, yes.
Thank you. It's with us. Everything all right?
Oh, thank you.
I'm sorry, what do you need?
Well, Lesley just doesn't seem like herself all the time.
We've had a lot of very important things happen in our life lately. I think that's probably it.
Oh, Stella, the rest of the guests are going to be arriving very shortly.
Oh, yes, Mrs. Quartermaine. Everything is in readiness.
Good, thank you.
Listen, I don't want you worrying about greeting the guests, all right? Tracy and I are going to do all of the official hellos. I mean, after all, this is the prelude to the Peter Taylor Memorial Ball, and Tracy and I did all of the fundraising, so it's quite right that we should do all of the official greeting. You're not shirking your duties, okay? Don't feel guilty. Lesley.
Yes.
Lesley, my dear, can I see you just for a moment, please?
What?
Monica hasn't had a chance to see you. I wonder if I could leave her in your capable hands for just a minute.
Oh, you go play host. Don't worry about us.
Thank you very much. Excuse me.
Yeah. Lesley, look, I just want you to understand that I know why you and Rick came to my hospital room when I thought I was dying and why you said what you did. But Lesley, you know as well as I do, the only woman in Rick's life is you. What about you? I'm committed to Alan and to my son.
Hello, Audrey. Steve, how nice to see you. You really must try and come here more often. Monica's in the living room holding court.
Good, I'm anxious to see her.
Your son has grown. Have you noticed?
I'm measuring every centimeter. Please go on in.
Thank you, thank you.
I'll man the door, Stella. I'll man the door. All right, go on. How are you? Hi. Nice. Place you guys. You think so? Thank you. Diana, I'm so pleased to see you. You look so beautiful.
Thank you.
So you should. Tonight's your night, yours and Peter's. If you ever had any doubts before in your mind, you're going to find out just how much we love you tonight.
We do, Diana.
That's fact. This man, Peter's memory is going to live in everyone's hearts for years.
Hello, please. Come in. Nice to see you.
Keep that in mind.
Absolutely perfect timing. I would like you to meet Mrs. Peter Taylor. Diana, this is Mr. Frank Smith.
Hello.
Great pleasure, Mrs. Taylor. This is my daughter, Jennifer.
Hello, Diana. Nice to meet you.
Jeff Weber, Mr. Smith. Jennifer, nice to meet you.
Why don't you go on in?
Yeah, food.
Take your
We'll talk
coat,
to you later, all right?
Hi, everybody.
Alan, be busy. Why don't we go find Monica?
Yeah, I think switched in the living room.
Than you are. Here they are. Two lovely friends. Please come in here. I want you to meet two young friends of mine, Bobby Spencer, Mr. Frank Smith.
Miss Spencer, it is Miss.
Yes.
It's always a pleasure to meet such a lovely young girl. This is my daughter, Jennifer.
Hi, Jennifer. Hi.
And this is Bobby's brother, Luke Spencer.
Mr. Spencer,
It's an honor, sir.
Jennifer, it's Luke Spencer.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Miss Smith.
Call me Jennifer, please.
Jennifer. Very pretty name for very pretty ladies. Excuse me. Yes, please, go on in. Who the hell have you been?
I missed connections with Mitch. Is he here?
No, he's not. Listen, Steve's about to make the announcement about Frank Smith. We better get in there. Come on.
Okay.
You look positively radiant tonight, Monica.
Well, thank you. It's an awfully exciting evening, isn't it?
Yes, it is, but don't you overdo now.
No. I promised Ellen I wouldn't. Where have you been?
I'll tell you later.
It better be a very good story.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? I don't think I have to introduce to you the Chief of Staff of General Hospital. Dr. Steve Hardy would like to make an important announcement. Steve?
Thank you. Thank you, Alan. It's a lovely party. And Monica, we all thank you for that. Diana, you're looking very beautiful.
Thank you.
In the spirit of this evening, I'd like us all to share a moment of silence as we remember why we're having the Peter Taylor Memorial Ball tonight. To create a scholarship fund in the memory of a dear, dear friend, Dr. Peter Taylor. I know you're all going to be as happy to meet our special guest tonight as I am, Mr. Frank Smith, with his charming daughter, Jennifer. Now, hold on to your hats. Mr. Smith has made a $50,000 donation to the Peter Taylor Scholarship Fund.
All day trying to show up for that deposition.
Had some problems.
Tell me about it.
I'll tell you later, not now.
Are you trying to pull a number on me, Mitch?
I think this Mr. Smith is a very powerful man. I think you should meet him. You know, he's very good for my career.
I'd say the gentleman would be very good for your career.
Hello, Daddy. What a nice surprise. Where have you been hiding?
I hate cocktail parties. You know that, Tracy.
Well, you don't see him sulking upstairs anyway, do you? Happy New Year,
Happy New Year, Mother.
New
Thanks
Year.
for bringing Daddy down. You know Mr. Smith, then.
Oh, I've seen him many times at the governor's mansion.
Will you introduce us, please?
If you like, I want Lila to meet him, too. Come along, Mitch.
All right, dear, but I just want to make sure Monica's all right.
What is Frank Smith doing in your house? He made such a huge contribution, I had to invite him. Unfortunately, he accepted.
Well, he's worth having, if only for his daughter's sake.
Joe, I think that you and I are the only ones here who even suspect that Smith may have connections in the underworld.
Yes, Mrs. Williams, it's a great pleasure to get to know you. I've seen your photograph in the papers many times, and I've always wanted to meet a woman who is so striking, brilliant, and feminine at the same
Oh,
time.
my. I bet you say that to all serious wives. The word is you run a terrific disguise.
Thanks. I like to think so. You don't live in Port Charles, do you?
I've been living in New York ever since I graduated from university. But I home for the holidays.
Will you come by the disco some evening?
I like that. Very much so. I think little Miss Smith is interested in Luke. I think the feeling's mutual. That sounds like fun.
Jennifer.
Excuse me, Luke. I hope we get to talk some more.
I'll see to it.
Good.
I want you to meet Mr. Quartermaines. Pleasure.
Watch it, Luke.
What do you mean, watch it, Luke?
Stay away from Jennifer Smith and keep your personal life separate from those people.
If I can, I will. I may not have a choice.
I don't understand why you're stalling me about Monica's deposition. Do you have it or don't you? Stop blittering. Where is it?
Okay,
Wait a minute. Oh, lovely Susan and Howard. Please, come in.
well, thank you very much, Tracy.
You just look beautiful. Lesley's very serious about this separation.
No, I'm afraid she is, Mike.
I'm sorry, Ruth.
I've agreed to a temporary separation 3 or 4 months.
Well, then what then?
I can't plan that far ahead. She just does not feel that I want her as my wife. She thinks there's only one reason why I want her to stay with me.
What's that?
To keep Alan from suspecting that you and I spent the night at the Charleston Hotel.
I don't know what I'm going to tell Laura about the separation. I'm very grateful now that Rick talked to you. I don't think I could have faced having to tell both of you at once.
What is it?
I have to ask you something, and you have to give me an honest answer, please. Do you know what's in Monica's deposition?
Yes, I found out. Accidentally, nobody told me.
How long have you known?
A couple of months. Listen, I'm sorry.
It shatters me to think that other people have known all this time. But Howard knows too, right?
Yeah, I'll see you later. Well, affection between relatives, I like that.
Well, I gotta tell you, we're huggers, the Baldwins and the Webbers. Least excuse of a kind word, we fall into each other's arms.
Good. Cheers. Thank you. Come on. I better get back to Laura.
As always, I
Champagne?
Why not? After all, it is New Year's Eve.
Mr. Williams. Mr. Williams, I haven't met this lovely lady yet. May I?
Yeah, Susan Moore. This is Frank Smith.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Mr. Smith.
Pleasure is all mine. I've been waiting to meet you ever since you first walked in.
Daddy?
Children have such bad type. Au revoir.
Howard was telling me about the name, but who exactly is Frank Smith?
Hey, somebody you should stay away from, very far away from.
Oh, really? Au revoir.
Mitch, I trust we'll see you at the ball tonight.
You certainly will. Steve!
Yeah.
Hi. Listen, I just wanted to say, if it gets a little too crowded later on, I wanted to make sure to wish you a Happy New Year.
Oh, same to you, son. And maybe by this time next year, you'll have your son, too.
I certainly hope so. I'm feeling pretty hopeful about it. That picture of Mrs. Hadley from Chicago should be here any day now. And Joe thinks that 1980 is going to be fantastic. Speaking of Mr. Kelly, where is the boy?
Oh, I think he's on the telephone.
Then we have a deal. Hey, that's great. Happy New Year.
Have a deal? Mr. Kelly, are you conducting business on New Year's Eve? What kind of business could you be conducting?
You should marry a private investigator next.
Oh, really? Why?
You'd find my work fascinating. All that investigating, needling, prying. So,
I'm here, Doctor, just having a little conversation with your sister.
Alan, have you seen Mitch?
He's in the living room with Susan Moore.
Well, we have a deal, Doctor, for $12,000. Good. Man says we can make the exchange just as soon as I have the money in my hot little hand.
Happy New Year, Joe.
Same to you, sir.
Joe.
Yeah.